Oh, hi. Hey, everybody. It's just me and my one-of-a-kind Roma pillow. It's Golden Globes Day. It's Sunday, January 6th, 2019. It's the first LCJ Live in the new year. Holy cow. Happy New Year. I guess you can still get away with saying Happy New Year 6 days in. Maybe once it's been a week, people can stop saying Happy New Year, but here we are. It is the new year. It is LCJ Live, Golden Globes Day. The next 8 Sundays are huge, all the way right through the Academy Awards, because I'm going to be bringing you the analysis, the up-to-date info on all the nominations and what's happening for these award shows. It is a big time of year. I'm going to be giving out my Golden Globes predictions here in a little bit, along with some analysis on who could be the upsets tonight at the Golden Globes, the surprises, the shockers, what's going to happen with all of that coming up here on LCJ Live. As always, send in your questions, your comments. Roma's going to win something. Roma's going to win at least one Golden Globe. I know that for a fact. That is going to happen tonight. But I'll tell you which one, and maybe 2, maybe not 3. I'll explain all of that coming up. We're going to get to that. Big week ahead, BAFTA nominations. I'm also heading out to California for the Critics' Choice Awards, which is next Sunday. I'm going to talk about that as well. But first, we got to go through the box office and the latest on Kevin Hart and the Oscars. So I'll put my Roma pillow down for just a little bit. Let's talk about the box office first, then I'll get into the Kevin Hart situation, and then the Golden Globe nominations. Aquaman is your #1 movie in America, 3rd week in a row. Another $30 million. It's closing in on $260. It is getting big. It is a big hit for DC and for Warner Brothers. Keeps making money. You know what's a surprise, though? Escape Room doing as well as it has. $18 million in its opening weekend on a $9 million budget. That's right, doubled its budget already. That means Escape Room 2 has got to be coming in a year, maybe a year and a half for Escape Room 2. I did not like this movie. This is the first new movie of 2019. And it is as predictable and bland and uninspired as you could imagine. I don't recommend you go see Escape Room, but the 20-year-olds, the high school, and the college kids needed something to see this new weekend while many of them are still on vacation. So what did they do? They went to see Escape Room. Mary Poppins Returns in third. It had a bigger drop than expected. It dropped 45%, down to $15.8 million. It's up to about $139. It'll become the 5th biggest musical of all time, but now I'm a little concerned and questioning whether it is going to pass the $174 million total of The Greatest Showman from last year. I don't know if Mary Poppins is going to have as big of legs as we expected. It's doing fine, especially for a musical, but is it actually going to get there? I don't actually think that's now going to happen. Spider-Man in 4th, Bumblebee in 5th, The Mule in 6th. The Mule is doing really well for Warner Brothers, more than $80 million. I don't think anybody, even Clint Eastwood, expected that it would make $9 million in its 4th weekend and be up to $81 million. Could it get to 100? It's going to be close. I think it's going to pass 90. Will it get to 100? That is going to be close, but we will see. Vice in 7th. It's getting some of that awards money coming in. The Golden Globes is up for the most Golden Globes tonight for any movie. Second Act in 8th. Ralph Breaks the Internet in 9th, and Holmes and Watson already down to 10th. It had a big drop from last weekend. It probably will not cross $35 or $40 million. In limited release, an expansion for On the Basis of Sex expanded to more theaters. It's up to nearly $4 million already before it goes nationwide this weekend coming up. And I do recommend you go see it. Felicity Jones deserves to be the surprise acting nominee on Oscar nomination morning. She deserves a Best Actress nomination for her performance as Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So again, Aquaman's your #1. Escape Room kicking things off for 2019 in 2nd. All right, if you're just joining us here on LCJ Live, it is Golden Globes Day. I'm going to be giving out my predictions as well as who the upsets could be in all of these categories here coming up in just a little bit. Let me talk a little bit about the Kevin Hart situation, though, first. It is ongoing. According to Deadline last night, sources tell Deadline that Kevin Hart is going to pass on hosting the Academy Awards. He's not released a full statement regarding that quite yet. He'll probably wait till after the Golden Globes here today. But I think it's the right move, and I'll tell you why. When he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show on Friday, I watched that interview. Interestingly, nowadays, the entire interview was basically online before it aired on all the stations around the country. He did not look like the kind of person who was willing to go down that rabbit hole again and willing to try this again. Even though Ellen was pushing, trying to convince him. The Academy wants you. I want you, Kevin. I want you to host the Academy Awards. The Academy wants you to do it. But it's already put too much of a black mark in his mind and a gray cloud, as he explained. Besides, the gig only pays $15,000. And Kevin Hart's been in Australia this whole time on a tour. He's still going to film the Jumanji movie coming up. He's got Secret Life of Pets 2 coming up. He does not need this. Now, whether he needs it in the future for any reason, maybe down the line, maybe if he wants to again, go down that rabbit hole again. But right now, Kevin Hart does not need that. And I think it'll be interesting to watch an Academy Awards show with no specific host. And maybe the Academy will finally decide, you know what, let's put in all 24 categories, because that's what the people want. The people want all 24 categories into the actual show. Fit it into 3 hours. You can still do the musical performances. And now that you have no formal host, it makes things go along a lot swifter and quicker and nicer than they would have been. This is the right move, Kevin Hart, to not host the Academy Awards. He says he doesn't want to do it to bring the attention on himself over other people, and I think that's part of it. The other part is he is doing so successfully well with so many other things that Kevin Hart does not need the Academy Awards. And look, the show is not the biggest moneymaker in the world for ABC. It's not the biggest ratings giant like it used to be. It got 26.5 million people last year with Jimmy Kimmel, even with Kimmel coming back from the envelope gate from the year before. It dropped 7 to 8 million people anyway. It's because of the movies. You know, some people will watch this year probably for Black Panther, but it's not going to have the Titanic support like that did 20-something years ago. We're just not in that age anymore. People can look online the next day, find the winners. Nobody's emotionally attached to Hollywood stars anymore like they used to be, seeing them on the big screen and all of that. The Academy Awards is probably not going to do more than 25 million viewers this year. It's going to hit another low. They don't need a host. Put all the categories in, do the show. The show will go on no matter who watches it, and Kevin Hart does not need the Academy Awards. That's my take on things. Let's get to the Golden Globe predictions. Are you ready? Get your ballots out. Here's what I'm thinking. Best Picture Drama. It's going to be A Star is Born. Could it go to Black Panther? And the Hollywood Foreign Press says, yeah, we'll make some kind of crazy statement at the end. It'll be the last category in the show. Everybody will be like, oh my God, Black Panther, oh my God, yes, Black Panther, yes, Wakanda forever and all that. Yes, because the Hollywood Foreign Press loves to make statements, grandiose, huge statements. So it could easily go to Black Panther. But it'll be A Star is Born. Best Actor in a Drama. It should go to Rami Malek. He could win. But I think it's Bradley Cooper, because Bradley Cooper has never won an acting award from the Hollywood Foreign Press. Nominated for Silver Linings. Was he nominated American Hustle? I think he was. He didn't get some during that award season. Maybe he wasn't. But didn't get a nomination for American Sniper and did for the Academy Awards. He really hasn't picked up too many acting awards in this whole equation over his career. This will finally be the one that gets him Best Actor in a Drama for his performance in A Star is Born. Best Actress in a Drama. Could go to Glenn Close. A lot of people say Melissa McCarthy, but I feel like it's Gaga. Yes, Gaga has already won at the Golden Globes, but I feel like it is her year once again. All right. Best Actor in a Motion Picture Comedy or Musical. Probably Christian Bale. Maybe it goes to Viggo Mortensen. I don't see anybody else winning this. If they give it to Robert Redford, it's a crazy career achievement win for Robert Redford. But it's probably Christian Bale. Best Actress in a Comedy or Musical. I'm going to go with Emily Blunt. I'm going to give her the chance. A lot of people think it's Olivia Colman, and I don't disagree with them. I'm going with Emily Blunt. We will see what happens. Best Picture, Comedy, or Musical. My pick is The Favorite. I feel like it's got that, quirky vibe that the foreign press is going for. I don't think they like Mary Poppins as much as other musicals in the past. And Green Book, to me, will get a different award coming up that I'll mention here in just a second. So I'm going to go with The Favorite for Best Picture, Comedy, or Musical. Supporting Actor is where Green Book will get its win from Mahershala Ali. Remember, he lost to Aaron Taylor Johnson for Nocturnal Animals all those years ago, a couple of years ago. I can't believe that. Still kind of blows my mind. They'll give it to him finally. Could be Richard E. Grant, but it'll be Mahershala Ali. Supporting actress, motion picture. It will be Amy Adams. It will not be Regina King. It will be Amy Adams because the Globes will want Amy Adams to get on that track to finally win an Academy Award. It will be Amy Adams for Best Supporting Actress for Vice. Achievement in directing. I don't think they're going to give Bradley Cooper 2. It's going to go to Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. Roma, here's my pillow again for those joining us here on LCJ Live. Thank you to Netflix for this pillow. Roma was not eligible for Best Drama because it can only go in foreign language film or drama. They had to pick one. They chose foreign language film. Smart move because it's a lock for foreign language film. This is the biggest lock and the only legitimate lock of the night is Roma for foreign language film. But Alfonso Cuarón will also win for director. Screenplay, I'm going to go with The Favorite. Could be Green Book, could be Vice. Vice leads all nominations, but I'm thinking The Favorite gets your screenplay. Animated film. This is a really interesting category because it could easily go to Incredibles 2. They love Disney. They love Pixar. Could easily go to Isle of Dogs, Wes Anderson, The Quirky Factor. But Spider-Man seems to have the momentum, so Spidey is my choice for animated film. Original score, it's a toss-up, but because Justin Hurwitz won 2 years ago for La La Land, I'm picking Mary Poppins Returns. And then for original song, it's probably going to be Shallow, A Star is Born. However, Dolly Parton has been nominated 6 times in her career, and she's never won. If the Hollywood Foreign Press decides we're going to give every other award to A Star is Born, then they'll give Dolly original song for Girl in the Movies from Dumplin', which is a really good song. Some wild card upset choices tonight would be something like Willem Dafoe for At Eternity's Gate, or Nicole Kidman for Destroyer, or Elsie Fisher for 8th Grade, though that would be a really cool moment, or Black Panther for Best Picture Drama, or Ralph Breaks the Internet and Mirai for animated film. Those are the 2 least in contention out of the 5. The other 3 have legitimate chances of winning. Looking through these categories, again, Robert Redford would be crazy. Lin-Manuel Miranda would be a crazy win. Supporting actor, some people thinking Timothée Chalamet. I don't know. I don't feel it this year for Timothy. Regina wouldn't be outrageous. I think Claire Foy might be a big surprise considering they only nominated First Man for her and the score. A lot of people say Spike Lee for Best Director. Maybe. It's, again, kind of an honorary career achievement, and they have given Best Director to Alfonso before for Gravity, and Bradley Cooper, if he wins lead actor, probably won't get director as well, so maybe Spike Lee comes in and wins. If somebody like Adam McKay wins, that'll be a surprise. Screenplay, I gotta say, screenplay is my least favorite category this year. Green Book's really the only choice I like in that group. Again, foreign language film. If anybody beats Roma, I don't know, man. I really don't know. And we talked about score and song. So, yeah. Amy, more like Amy Zing. Yes, amazing. Amy Adams is a great actress. She's one of the great actresses of our time, says Voodoo Macbeth. Amy Adams has won 2 Golden Globes before. She won for American Hustle, and she won for Big Eyes. A lot of people thought Emily Blunt was going to win that year for Into the Woods. So she has already won 2, and she could win 2 more tonight because she's also nominated for that HBO miniseries Sharp Objects. So you can see Amy Adams walking away with 2 Golden Globes. I think it's going to happen. The Hollywood Foreign Press latches on to people every year. Whether it's they gave 2 wins same year to Kate Winslet. Remember that? That was about a decade ago. The double thing they sort of like. SAG nominees this year, a lot of double nominees, same show, same movie. They love that too. Yes, Amy Adams will win. If Regina King wins, it'll make the rest of award season really interesting because then you got the Critics' Choice Awards next Sunday. And then 2 Sundays after that is the SAG Awards where Regina King isn't nominated at all. Yeah. It's a really exciting award season already. We're 7 weeks away from the Academy Awards, and things are kicking off tonight with the Golden Globes at 8 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Right after the Eagles game. My Eagles are still alive. How far will they get? You're quite handsome, says Rex Hank 1. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Purple's my favorite color. I wanted to wear purple today to kick off award season. Hey, the Eagles are playing today, and then it's the Golden Globes right afterwards. That means that NBC decided to get rid of their Golden Globe red carpet arrivals special to make way for the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. NBC will do so much better in the ratings with this Eagles-Bears game than they would have with a red carpet special. Again, the average person doesn't care as much about the red carpet specials anymore. Who are you wearing? Time's up. All that stuff we've heard over and over and over again. A lot of it's very important, but it's over and over and over again. Last year when I watched the Golden Globes, it became a tiresome show. Because after Oprah's speech and 2 hours in and all that, it was just hitting you over the head with women are great, men are bad. Women are great, men are bad. And I got tired of watching that. I almost couldn't get through the entire Golden Globe show. It was overwhelming. This year, a year later, maybe there'll be less of that. Maybe it'll be focused on the movies themselves this year. But with Sandra Oh and Andy Samberg as your hosts, they're going to make some kind of Kevin Hart joke. You know they will. And we'll see if their comedy lives up to expectations, whatever expectations are. It's an oddball duo. They presented for 60 seconds at the Emmys this year, and now they're together hosting the show. I don't know. The show's going to go really long because they're giving the award to Jeff Bridges. They're giving the award to Carol Burnett. And they got all these categories, and they got 2 hosts. If this show doesn't go more than 3 hours, I will be very surprised. Expect it to go to 11:15, maybe 11:30. Try to turn itself into the Academy Awards when it comes to length. If you want my picks in all 14 categories, in the film categories, for tonight's Golden Globe Awards, go to lights-cameron-jackson.com. Wednesday morning, the British Academy Film Awards, the BAFTAs nominations will be out. Expect The Favorite and Mary Poppins and Bohemian Rhapsody to lead the way. And A Star is Born will probably get a bunch too, but you know the British, they love movies involving the British. So expect those to dominate the BAFTA Awards nominations on Wednesday. And next Sunday at noon Eastern, I will be live here on LCJ Live from beautiful California. I'll be at the Critics' Choice Awards. It'll be 9 a.m. Pacific time in California, and I'll be talking about all the surprises and the expectations for the Critics' Choice Awards. Tay Diggs is our host, and the show is next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, live on the CW. It is going to be a great show, and I'll bring you all the latest live from California, again, next Sunday at noon Eastern for another episode of LCJ Live. And keep it right here with us for the next 7 more weeks as we get you through award season every Sunday at noon Eastern. Got the Golden Globes today, Critics' Choice Awards, Oscar nominations, SAG Awards, Annie Awards, Super Bowl, BAFTA Awards, the LCJ Movie Awards, and the Academy Awards. Boom, 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 boom. All the way to Sunday, February the 24th. Enjoy the Golden Globes tonight. Hope the Eagles win. Netflix is dreaming of Roma getting several wins and ultimately a Best Picture win once it qualifies for other awards, because again, it didn't qualify for Best Picture Drama, just foreign language film tonight, which it will win. Netflix is dreaming of all that. Good luck to the movies, good luck to the stars, good luck to all of you at home if you've got wagers and bets and ballots galore for the Golden Globe Awards tonight. I'll see you next Sunday at noon Eastern, live from Cali, when we're talking about Critics' Choice. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe and watch the latest video on Lights, Camera, Jackson. See you next Sunday live from Cali. Bye-bye.